When Back to the Future hit theaters in 1985, it became an instant classic, an electric mix of charisma, comedy, and perfectly timed chemistry that made Marty McFly and Doc Brown one of cinema's most iconic duos. But behind the scenes was a messy, expensive, and deeply awkward production shakeup that Hollywood didn't talk about publicly for years. Most fans know the headline. Eric Stoltz was originally cast as Marty McFly and filmed for weeks before being replaced by Michael J. Fox. What's less known is that a future Office star was also fired because of the recast, an unintended casualty of the film's mid-production overhaul. That actor was Melora Hardin, who later became beloved as Jan Levinson on The Office. Her story is one of Hollywood's strangest, what could have been, moments, a career detour shaped entirely by forces outside her control. Let's break down exactly what happened, why she was fired, and how the change reshaped Back to the Future history. Eric Stoltz's serious tone versus the film they wanted. When director Robert Zemeckis and writer Bob Gale began shooting Back to the Future in late 1984, Eric Stoltz was considered a rising dramatic star. He had just broken out in Mask and was known for intense, deeply emotional performances. Zemeckis and Spielberg thought he could bring something special to Marty. He did, but not in the way they hoped. Stoltz approached the role as a serious drama, treating Marty's time travel dilemmas as high-stakes life and death issues. Co-stars later revealed, he rarely joked on set. He avoided improvisation. He insisted on being called Marty off-camera. He performed scenes with heavy dramatic weight. Crispin Glover George McFly later described him as method to the point of tension. Leah Thompson Lorraine Baines said working with him felt like being in a completely different movie. Zemeckis grew increasingly uneasy. The film was supposed to be bright, comedic, and fast-paced, but instead, the footage felt slow, brooding, and off-tone. After 6 weeks, half the film, he made a terrifying decision. Fire the star of a major studio movie and reshoot everything. Universal reluctantly agreed. Michael J. Fox steps in, and everything changes. Michael J. Fox was always the filmmaker's first choice. He was charming, energetic, funny, and fresh off his success on Family Ties. But the show wouldn't initially release him. After Stoltz was let go, the producers returned to Fox, this time with Universal backing the plea. An agreement was struck. Fox would shoot Family Ties during the day and Back to the Future at night. The perfect Marty McFly was finally in place. But Fox was only 23, baby-faced, and smaller than Stoltz, which triggered an unexpected ripple effect in the cast. One actor suddenly didn't fit the movie anymore. The future Office star who lost her role, Melora Hardin. Melora Hardin, who decades later became iconic as Jan on The Office, had been cast as Jennifer Parker, Marty's girlfriend. She was talented, warm, and charismatic, but physically, she had been cast to match Eric Stoltz. Stoltz was 6 feet tall. Hardin was about 5 feet 7 inches, with a more mature look that matched his height and screen presence. Michael J. Fox was 5 feet 4 inches and much younger looking. Suddenly, the romantic pairing looked odd on camera. Producers decided the height difference and visual mismatch were simply too distracting. Hardin was fired, not for anything she did wrong, but because Marty was now a completely different actor. She later recalled being devastated and shocked. She had done nothing but prepare for her breakout film role, only to lose it because of someone else's recasting. To make matters worse, she said she wasn't even told in person. Her agent broke the news. Claudia Wells replaces her. With Hardin out, producers recast Jennifer with Claudia Wells, who was younger looking, was closer in height to Michael J. Fox, instantly matched his youthful, energetic vibe. The pair had natural chemistry, and Wells' version of Jennifer became the one audiences fell in love with. But it's hard not to wonder what the movie might have looked like with Melora Hardin's interpretation. Hardin's reaction: graceful, candid, and grateful in retrospect. Despite the heartbreak, Hardin has always spoken about the experience with surprising grace. Years later, she revealed, she completely understood the decision once she saw the film. She believes Michael J. Fox was perfect for the role. She harbors no resentment. She sees it as a turning point, not a setback. She told one interviewer, it would have been a completely different movie with Eric Stoltz. When they changed Marty, they needed someone who matched. Claudia fit that perfectly. It's rare for an actor to lose a blockbuster role and show such perspective. And ultimately, the change may have unintentionally set the stage for her future. The twist of fate: if she had stayed, she might never have become Jan. Hardin has said multiple times that losing Back to the Future opened the door to the rest of her career. Had she become a breakout star in 1985, she might have been locked into movie contracts. Her career might have taken a different direction. She may never have auditioned for The Office in 2005. We might never have gotten the brilliantly chaotic, wine-swirling, candle-making Jan Levinson we all know. Sometimes the role you lose is the one that leads you to the role you're meant for. A story of Hollywood chaos, and a reminder of how much casting shapes a film. In the end, Eric Stoltz wasn't a bad actor. Melora Hardin wasn't a poor choice. Michael J. Fox wasn't a guaranteed hit at the time. But the combination Fox brought to the film, comic timing, underdog charm, and boundless energy, was the magical element that transformed Back to the Future into a phenomenon. And when the lead changed, the film's DNA changed with it. Hardin, caught in the crossfire, became an unforgettable part of Hollywood trivia. The talented actress who was almost Marty McFly's girlfriend, until Marty changed. Description optional for your post. A deep look into why a future Office star, Melora Hardin, was fired from Back to the Future after Michael J. Fox replaced Eric Stoltz, how the recast reshaped the film, and how losing the role changed her career forever.